Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. Moving on to Chapter 2 this time, which is called The Protected. As for what we are protecting, well, I guess you'll find out, won't you? So this is something that is not unique to Sacred Stones, but is one of the very few games that does this. So it's not a linear progression, so to speak. It is, but it also isn't. So we actually have the ability to move around on a world map. As you can see, it's very limited right now. We only have the bordered Mulan Castle, which we can't do anything except manage our items, and then we can also go to Castle Frelia and do the same thing. Or we can move on to the next mission, which is marked with that little red flag there. But as you can see, we have the entire continent to go over, and this map will branch out quite a bit. We will get to go over just about all of it once the game is over. So as you can see, we've got a long way to go. That being said, this game is slightly shorter than Blazing Sword all told. I think there's about 21 or 22 chapters, and there's only one side quest, and it's mandatory. So it's going to be quite a bit shorter, I think, than Blazing Sword. It won't take nearly as long. There is a post-game, however, in this one, unlike with Blazing Sword. It's called... actually, I'm not going to spoil it because it's kind of a little bit of a spoiler for right now. But there is a post-game to this one that you can do after you've already beaten it. There's not really much you can do in the post-game apart from just leveling up your people, doing skirmishes, and the only real benefit to doing that is for making them stronger for, like, doing multiplayer arena battles or something. But that's beside the point. But moving on, we're going to go on to the next level as soon as I do some item management here real quick. So we see we have three, I guess only two new units. You already saw Gilliam. Here we have Vanessa. She is a Pegasus Knight, and she's one of the better Pegasus Knights in any game, really, in my opinion. She's level 1, but she's 11 speed at level 1, which is incredible. Only 5 strength, though. 7 skill's pretty nice, but she's got a pretty solid 6 defense, which is just as much as Franz, and 5 resistance. Her con is a reasonable 5. It's not terrible. It's not like 3 or 4. It's 5. She can use this Slim Lance without speed penalty, and she has a Javelin, which is a hefty speed penalty, but that's really situational. So I like Vanessa quite a bit, and she's going to be a staple of our team for quite some time. And then moving on, we have Molder. He is referred to commonly in the community as Boulder the Boulder. That is because you'll see he is a healer, he's a priest, so very much like the cleric class in Blazing Sword, so like Sarah, except he's a male cleric, so he's just called a priest. There are still clerics in this game, the female version. I don't know why they have to be different. You can technically have a cleric for either gender, but at any rate, Molder's a level 3 priest. He's got pretty solid stats around the board here. He's got 4 magic at level 1, or at level 3. 9 speed's very fast for a priest at this level. His defense is nothing to write home about, but his con is 9. And you may be thinking, oh, big deal, whatever, because he actually can't use weapons right now because he's only a priest, but once he promotes, he's going to get a boost to that con. I believe it goes up to 11, and he can use really, really heavy tomes as a promoted class and not be slowed down by them because of his massive constitution. So Molder the Boulder is actually quite good. He looks a little goofy, I'll admit, but he's actually a pretty solid unit, so we're going to keep him around for quite some time. He's our only healer at any rate at this point, so he's kind of necessary. He's got a C rank and stab start out with too, which is nice. So nobody in this party is bad by any means. We're just going to keep all of them around because, well, why not? We can. So moving on to Chapter 2, this is Ide. It takes place in Ide at any rate. Kikand is very sorry he can't spare more soldiers. He only gives us a couple of, vassals. They're good, though. A small but trusted party. And although Erica's very grateful, she's like, nope, peace out. I'm going to go find my brother. Chasing rumors of her brother, she sets out for Grotto. And Ide, I guess, is the first stop along that particular route. The remote village of Ide, which was until very recently part of Renais. Well, technically it still is, it's just occupied, really. And now she gets to see the devastation of the war with her own eyes. Oh, good. Chapter 2, The Protected. Who are we protecting, you might ask? Well, you're about to find out. Set the bet about a route for us. We'll travel south of Renais and pass through Seraphiu into Grado territory. Yeah, you're going to want to avoid as many run-ins as possible, which is ironic because it's not going to happen. So Vanessa's like, can I go scout ahead, please? Because I'm a Pegasus Knight and I can fly and stuff. keep an eye out for enemy bowmen. So, in case you're not aware, Pegasus Knights and other flying units in this game are very nice because they're very mobile. However, they are vulnerable to arrows. In fact, they take triple damage from arrows. So if you see an archer on the map, keep your Pegasi away from them, like that one down on the bottom there. And then we got this upstanding, dapper gentleman here, along with that guy, boss, I guess. 3 villages with which to plunder. With a good, I love a good war. We're free to pillage as we please. Bone, his name is Bone. You're in charge. Grab everything not nailed down and bring it to the hideout. Yes, sir, I'm on it. That's how I imagine he sounds. Don't judge me. Alright, so here we have this dude. A couple of dudes, really. So the one on the left is Ross, and that's his dad on the right. We'll talk more about them in a second. Start with that village there. Cut down anyone fool enough to get in your way. Oh, that's not nice. And then there's nothing you can do about it. They blow that village up. So if you see a bandit class like that or a brigand class and they get to a village, they will raise the village and burn it down, and you won't get whatever you would have gotten from it. This one being the exception. So Ross apparently got injured during that particular skirmish there. But he thinks he's this tough guy even though he's just this little kid. Someone help my son! And of course they're green units. Vanessa's like, I gotta go tell all about this. Banditos. Oh dear. Father Mulder, can your staff help him? But not from that far away. We gotta do it really close. So Vanessa's talking about how she will rescue drop the poor young Ross and bring him over here so we can heal him. So I like this game a lot because it helps you learn some of those more, less talked about mechanics. So what they're suggesting is Vanessa can move over here to where Ross is and rescue him, and then bring him back over to your units on this side of the mountain so that Father Mulder can heal him. You'll see Ross here is injured. He's very weak, actually. We'll talk about them right now. So here we have Ross, first of all. He's a level 1 journeyman, and you might be wondering what the heck a journeyman is because they weren't in the last game, and you're right, they weren't. So in Sacred Stones, there are a couple of units that are referred to as trainee classes. There's actually 3 altogether, and there's one of each of 3 different ones. So Ross is the journeyman of this game. He's level 1. He's very pathetic. His stats are equally pathetic, with the exception of his luck. His luck's pretty good. But 5 strength, 2 skill, 3 speed, 3 defense, no resistance, and 8 constitution. The thing with journeymans, or trainee classes in general, journeyman being one of them, they start out pathetically weak, but if you put in the effort to train them, they become incredible. That is because they get to promote twice. So when a trainee class reaches level 10, they stop gaining any more experience, that's their cap, and then they will automatically promote during the beginning of the next chapter that you play, or next skirmish or whatever, into one of 2 different base classes. So, for example, Ross is a journeyman. He has the ability to use axes. He has an E rank in them, and he has this very own hatchet, which is a really lightweight hand axe. You'll see it has range 1 to 2. It only has 4 might, but it only weighs 5, which compared to a regular hand axe, which weighs 12, it's considerably lighter. And not that much weaker either. I think a hand axe has a might of 7 or 8. And this one's only half. This one's half as powerful, but less than half the weight. And it's very good hit rate too, 85%. So this is a really good axe for him to have as a training class. That being said, when Ross reaches level 10, you have the option to promote him into either a fighter, which you've been seeing already, the generic axe wielding guys, or a pirate. And pirates are nice in that they are very similar to fighters, in that they use axes and they're pretty powerful. They're a little bit faster, but also they can traverse difficult terrain, so they can move over water, and they can move through those big mountain ranges here. Not very quickly, but they can do it, and they're one of the few that can. So generally what I like to do is promote Ross into a pirate, and then from there, he has the option to promote from a pirate into either a warrior or a berserker. And berserker is commonly referred to as the better choice because, well, berserkers are amazing. They're incredibly powerful, usually very fast, and they have an innate bonus to critical hit rate. So That'll more than likely be the route we're going to go with Ross, is Pirate Berserker. You have the option to go Fighter instead. And if you go Fighter, you have the option of promoting him ultimately into a Warrior or a Hero. And Heroes are also very nice, but they have a much lower strength cap than Warriors or Berserkers, and Ross has a pretty good strength growth, so you want to make the most use of that you can. There's no bad options, certainly, but my preference is to go Berserker with him, ultimately. It's going to take you some time to get there, but as long as you give Ross some attention and baby him a little bit, he'll become amazing. And that being said, too, is he has 9 levels to grow before he gets to a level 1 unpromoted class. So imagine having a level 1, like, you know, Fighter or a Cavalier or something with stats that are like in the double digits at level 1, because he's perfectly capable of reaching that. And there are 2 more units in this game like him. Different kinds of training classes, but the same concept. But we'll see them later. And then we have Garcia. This is Ross's father. He's a level 4 fighter. Unfortunately, he has the same problem that other fighters in the series have. The same with Dorcas and Bartra from Blazing Sword, in that he's not very good. He starts out reasonably okay. He's more akin to Dorcas, I think. He's got quite a bit of strength, and he's reasonably fast for a level 4 fighter, but his growths are pretty atrocious. In fact, I think his speed growth is like 20%. So he'll never really get any faster. His strength will be astronomical, but that's about it. And he's got a huge 14 constitution, so he can wield almost any axe without speed penalty. But ultimately, unfortunately, he's the only fighter you get, by the way, unless you promote Ross into one, which I will not be doing. He's the only other fighter you get, and he's really not all that good. He might be good for the first couple of chapters, but he'll very quickly drop off in usefulness. 7 might for the hand axe, so it's actually not even half as powerful than it actually was. Moving on, though, neither of these are our units yet. They're still green units, meaning they're neutral, so we need to convert them to our side in order to use them. So the first thing we will do is do what the game recommended we do and move over here and rescue Ross. So I'm sure I've covered a lot of these mechanics before, but I'll go over them again just for the sake of people who haven't watched Blazing Sword playthrough on this channel. The way that rescue works is you can pick up people who are of a lower constitution than you, unless you're a mounted unit, like Vanessa is, for example. You'll see she has an aid of 15 underneath her con of 5. And that means she can rescue anybody with a constitution of 15 or fewer. So she can pick up Garcia and move him over here if she wanted to. She can pick up Gilliam, I'm pretty sure, too. He's got, what, 14? Yeah. So she can pick up darn near anybody. And the way that that's calculated is, for a female unit, you subtract their constitution from 20, and that is their aid. If it was a male unit, you'd subtract their constitution from 25. And that is so you can kind of maintain a similar value for aid between both genders, because males tend to have higher con anyway, while females tend to have a lower one. So Vanessa's very good for rescuing people. And rescuing people is very important. If you think they're in danger of getting killed, you can ferry them out of the way. Because flying units and mounted units, so Pegasi and Paladins and Cavaliers, have the ability to move again after they rescue someone. They can't attack after that, but for example, you saw I could fly Vanessa over the mountains, grab Ross, and then kind of fly back a little bit. Regular foot-mounted units, or not foot-mounted, but just foot units cannot do that. They can still rescue, but they don't get to move afterwards. And you'll see if they're not on a mount, they just have 1 fewer aid than their constitution, so they can pick up people who are smaller than them. Which in Erica's case is not very many people, because she's so small. Mulder, on the other hand, has 8 which is pretty nice. So we're going to get Vanessa, hopefully, we're going to get her to drop Ross off next turn. But for now, we're going to move in with our guys because we've got 3 other villages to defend. And I want to visit as many of them as possible, so let's check out this one. Close the village gates immediately. Thankfully, Erica's smart, and she's like, I'm Irina. I'm not actually the princess. I'm a mercenary. So this is actually Selena. She is a general of Grotto. And Erica's like, wait, what? So she is one of the 6 generals, so you've met 2 of them so far. You've met Selena and you've met Walter. There are 4 others. So she's like, I have to go. But since you're a mercenary, will you please help these people defend themselves? Selena's one of the more, I guess, kind-hearted and noble generals. She's like, these people aren't combatants. Why should they suffer just because of a war? So she actually will give us something to pay us because she thinks we're mercenaries. I'll take it. I like free money. Moving on, we'll have Mulder check out this village. Huh. Alright, free elixir. You don't normally get those this early on in the game either, so elixirs are nice. These will fully heal you. They're very rare though, so I tend not to use them very often. Vulneraries, for example, only heal you 10. So we'll get Gilliam moved down here also. And Seth as well. I like how Garcia's like, who took my son away? Some random Pegasus person just kind of flew down here and took him. So Garcia kind of lands a decent hit on this guy, and he's going to kill him, I believe, here with his hand axe. Unless he misses for some reason. I've seen it happen. Alright, so we're going to have Seth come over here and put down Ross right there. And then we can have Mulder come in and heal him. You see his sprite's a little ridiculous. That axe is almost as big as he is. The thing with these trainee classes is, again, they start out pathetic, but they grow to be awesome. But in order to get them there, you need to actually have them fight. And doing that requires a lot of attention. Make sure they don't get killed, because they're likely to get, like, one shot by generic enemies. Here we have the recruitment theme for this game. Take a deep breath and calm down. Why the crap would he do that? The son of the great Garcia. If only Garcia was really that great. Anyway, so now that we've got Ross, he is our trainee unit. We're actually gonna get him a little bit of experience before we go over and grab his dad too. Who can you stand in the way of that brigand? Franz is just in range. Look at that. Perfect. So he'll get his sword equipped, and then he can actually visit this armory, too. Let's see what's in the armory. Slim Sword is interesting. I don't think anyone needs that. Slim Lance is good. Iron Sword. I wouldn't mind having an Iron Sword for Erica. So let's grab one of those for her. Just so she's not wasting her rapier all the time. I wouldn't mind grabbing an Iron Lance for Vanessa either. Let's grab one of those. I think that's all we need for right now. Maybe an Iron Axe for Ross, although I'm just going to give him Garcia's probably. Nah, we'll grab one. Why not? Looks like you're full. Send into storage? Sure. So the way that you access your storage in this game, and Blazing Sword, you remember that we had Merlinus as a tent and later on a wagon. In this game, you just move next to the main character and you can take out of the convoy. So if I move next to Erica, I can go to Supply and take anything I want out of there. And deposit as necessary, but you only get to do it once per round, basically. As soon as you take anything out or put anything in, it counts as your turn and you're done. So we'll have Franz tank this brigand here. I'm actually going to pick up Garcia and bring him over here too. And I think Gilliam can... Nope, he can't. He's too heavy. That's alright. We'll wait till next turn. And we'll get Ross ready to do some attackifying. Now we can just kind of funnel all of our people into this one little causeway here. Hopefully Franz doesn't double this guy and kill him. Okay, good. He's not fast enough yet. And we have a couple more brigands showing up in the mountains up here. Let's see what Ross can do to this guy. Not quite enough to kill him. I wonder what Vanessa can do. That might work. I could just throw a javelin at him too, although I'm gonna miss. Let's have Seth take Garcia and put him down. Put him back here. And then we'll have Vanessa come over here and poke this guy. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, let's try javelin, see what that happens. See if I hit him. That'd be nice if I did. Alright, cool. So now Ross can get the kill. And the nice thing about the trainees being so pathetically weak is that they're very easy to gain experience with. In fact, he'll probably level up just from that one kill. Be pretty darn close. Yeah, more than half a level. We get a free vulnerary for our troubles. This next brigand here is going to be in our way, so we'll put Franz in front of Vanessa to protect her. Move Erica next to him and get that sword. Oh, she has a gem. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell that. Let's just go to the armory and drop that gem off, why don't we? And then Gilliam can come up here and protect our other people. I believe Garcia is going to move toward enemies on his turn. Ow! But Erica will instantly critify this guy and get a level up out of it. I would love it if she got some more strength. That'd be cool. No, maybe not. Defense, though. I'll take that. Defense, luck, and HP. Definitely increases her survivability quite a bit. Yeah, Garcia's going to throw a hand axe at one of these dudes. He's not going to be able to kill him. There's no way. Brigands on peaks are very difficult to hit. And with a hand axe that already has pathetically low accuracy, this is just not going to happen. So now what we can do is talk to Ross's dad with Ross. And again, once again, we get the recruitment theme, which means we're about to have this guy as a member of our team. We'll cut our way out of here together. Oh, isn't that cute? Alright, moving on. We're going to park Garcia up here. He's not going to be able to hit anybody, so we're just going to get him out of the way. I'm not going to be using him, so I don't really want him in the way. We should heal up Erica real quick, because she's a little bit hurt. You can see the animation for staff users is no different than in Blazing Sword. The music's a little more... I'm not even really sure I like that much. So we're actually going to disable the animations for the healers, much like we did in Blazing Sword. And just leave it on for everybody else. We don't need to worry about Garcia because we're not using him. Alright, and I'll try to remember this time to turn the animations on for new units that we get. I know we had a bad habit of that last time, but let's see if Erica can soften this guy up for us. That's nice. I like how even on a peak, we can hit him reasonably easily, and he still can't hit us worth anything. Well, because Erica's in a forest, too, so... I think that means Franz can... Oh, never mind. Can't quite get close enough to reach. I wonder if Vanessa can do it. Nope. No, she cannot. So what we're going to do is rescue drop Erica out of the way. And put Franz over here so he can get a kill, hopefully. Oh, look at that. Cavalier crits. Completely unnecessary, but I love Cavalier crits. You will not hear any complaints from me in that regard. And then you can tank that next one that comes up, and we'll just have Gilliam take Erica and put her down right there. And you're not supposed to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. We're going to have Vanessa go see if she can pick off this archer. I think she can take a hit from him. So that's 16 total might on that bow. Yeah, she can take a hit from that. So we're going to send her right over here. Unless it's triple. It might be triple. Let me double check. So 18 and 4 is 22 minus 6. 16. Just enough. Yep, she can survive a hit from that. So we're going to come over here and have her poke at this archer. And even if he does hit her, she will have at least 1 hit point remaining. She'll be alright. But I want to get my Pegasi some experience as quick as possible because it's very important. Pegasi are very good, but they need a little training early on to get going. But once they're up to a reasonably decent level, they're incredible. Oh yeah, triple damage from bows. There, you see that. But she dodged anyway, thankfully. But she would have been able to take care of him, no problem, if it came down to that. I'm actually going to send her back over this way to get that village before the brigands get there. I'm actually going to need to put somebody in the range of that guy, otherwise... Let's do this. Send Vanessa over this way. I'll let Erica deal with these guys, I suppose. This guy, I should say. Can Ross take him down? Not yet. Oh, Gilliam. Gilliam will kill him. if he hits, which is not likely to happen. Let's see about Garcia. Maybe he can whip a hand axe at him and land a lucky hit. Nope. Worth a shot. Alright, in that case, yeah, we'll just finish him off with Erica. That's probably the best thing to do here right now. Maybe she'll miss. Nope. I don't know why I even said that. It's not... Sword units generally don't miss, unless they're against lance users. So we'll stick Franz right there. We gotta get Vanessa over this way to get to that village before the brigands do. Thankfully, though, their AI usually tells them to prioritize attacking somebody over going for a village if they're in range, so... this archer, however, is up in our stuff, and that needs to not happen. How fast is he? 3. With 10 damage? Ross can take a hit from him. I might let him do it, just because I need to get him leveled up quicker. So we'll do that. Alright, so both those brigands should go for Franz. And he will not have any issue dodging them. He's on a fort. If that guy goes for that village, I'll be really upset. Okay, good, he doesn't. Wait, who are you? I am the great and mighty Franz, and you will fear me. That is what I say. And we got to level up on Franz. Hopefully something other than just strength this time. Alright, strength, luck, defense. I would have preferred some speed, but... And then this guy will not double Ross here, but Ross will get a chance to kill him, which gets him a level. We'll see if we can't get one more kill with Ross before the chapter's over. There we go. Strength, speed, and defense. Wow, that's pretty good. His speed growth really isn't all that fantastic, so I'm happy to see him get some of that. And then we will send Vanessa down to grab this village. Not grab it, but, you know... Bandits! I appreciate small talk. Oh, pure water, nice! I like pure water. Pure water's good. It makes people who are vulnerable to magic gain a nice little boost to their resistance so they can not die from magic. Especially useful for people like armor knights who just generally don't have very high innate resistance. Gilliam will kill that guy if we send him there. So I think we'll let... who can I send after that guy and not kill him? First world problems, right? Franz can probably do it. Yeah, he won't kill him. Unless he crits. Oh, no, I'm looking at the boss, not him. No, sorry. Even with a lance, I'll kill him, unfortunately. Let's see what we can do here. I might just let him go after me anyway. If I heal him up first. So let's put Ross right here. And then I will heal him with Molder. This guy will need 8 speed to double, and I sincerely doubt he's going to be capable of doing that. Right, he's only got 5. And then we'll move Erica out of the way also, because they tend to prioritize the main character if they can for some weird reason. And then we'll get Gilliam out of the way. Alright, yep, so that this guy should go for Ross, and then the boss will just smash himself against Franz some more. Alright, thank God you're fast enough now to not get doubled by people. Yep, and as soon as I land the kill on him next turn, that should be another level up from him, and we can let whoever wants to finish off Mr. Boss Man here. Oh jeez, I forgot I put his lance on him. Oops. Considering all the other mistakes I've made over the course of these games, one of the milder ones, I think. Alright, we'll finish this guy off. That's level 3 for Ross. Strength, skill, not bad. Skill's good. He needs that as an axe user. They tend to suffer in that particular department. Alright, and then we'll let Franz take a swing at Mr. Bossman here. And if I'm not mistaken, Ross can kill him too, as long as he doesn't get brutally murdered in the first place. Oh yeah, he'll be fine. So we'll park Seth right here as a choke point. Seth will choke this point. We'll get Vanessa the heck out of dodge. Yeah, so he should go for Ross, and he'll die in a retaliation strike. Wow, he even dodged it. Look at that. Go, kid, go. And that should be a level up for Ross with boss experience. Yep, there we go. That's level 4. Boom goes the dynamite. Skill and speed. Not bad. Not bad at all. You saved my son. I owe you thanks. The Great Garcia. Again, referring to him as the Great Garcia. Apparently that's like his actual unofficial title. Apparently he used to be a troop commander. Or troop... yeah, whatever. He's a member of the army. Faceless, uncaring nobles. Wow, I hit the nail on the head there. Jeez, you didn't even know he had a kid? Also, his art, his sprite here is really weird looking, I think. He's just kind of like looking menacingly off to one direction. Well. I'm a warrior like you. Hopefully not, because he's terrible. He's so stubborn and hot-headed. Let me do a complete 180 on what I just said. I should fight, because that's always the best choice of action. What a splendid bracelet you're wearing. Gold-hungry thieves and bandits everywhere. Oh, Bosba's bandits, wonderful. Renais is finished, mark my words. Well, that's awfully optimistic of you. These are dark days. Travel with care. Alright, whatever you say, pal. And here we get a flashback sequence. 3 years ago. Well, he's got a point. In this particular day and age, at any rate. I want no complaining once we've started. Yeah, okay. Who was that? I'll find him. Seth's like, nope, that's important. You need it. He won't tell us why, but that's alright. At any rate, we will move on to learning more about maybe what's going on in the next episode. So thank you all very much for sticking with me this far. I really do appreciate it. I say this far, it's only episode 2, but it's a new series. I'm hoping you're all enjoying it so far. I certainly am at this rate, thankfully, because things are going pretty well. But we'll move on to Chapter 3 in the next episode. So until that time, thank you all very much. As I said, I really do appreciate it. This has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.